Hello and welcome, guys, to another episode of Random Cast, hosted by myself. And for those of you guys who don't know what Random Cast is, it's basically where I just observe two random players. You know, you never know. You roll the dice, you never know what you're going to get. Sometimes you get two great players. Sometimes you get two very new players. Sometimes you get players with very strange strategies. And it's all unscripted, all a bit strange. Very excited to see kind of what these two players pull out here. We have two guys here, two new guys here. We have Ruled1234, who is playing China, and we have Krish playing as the Rus. Very interesting. I'm seeing China become a much more popular civ now. I guess it is becoming much more popular. I think people are kind of starting to understand just how powerful the civilization really is into the late stage of things. We have some long distance food production here. At least he did build the house, and his vills are not totally idle. I'm guessing it's just a little bit of a miss micro on Ruled's part, but let's just see if he ends up putting this mill here. I'm guessing a much more solid start from Rus. The double house option is a strange start, but let's just see. Let's just see how it goes along. We have 2 on wood, and we have the rest on food. He is not queuing vills, which is a little bit concerning. Let's just see. He is getting those sheep, though. I think whenever you see... Oh, here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vills all queued up for production, and it looks like they're going to be going on gold. We should be seeing the Rus running around, killing a lot of the deer. We have 1 deer here, another deer here, 4 deer spots, another one here, and another one here. 2 on his side, so they should be easy enough for him to spot. I really love how Rus play. I think they're probably the most exciting civ to play now. They're most unique. You get a hunting bonus, a bounty bonus. Each kill gives the player an amount of gold, and they go up each tier. I'm guessing we're going to see him shoot some deer here. Let's see. Yeah, and I think it's 2 shots to kill a deer. 10 gold, you see it right there, which is a great little bonus for the civilization. And you can see his hunting bonus go up. I think it's 10 for each deer, and you get a little bit more for killing a boar. So he's doing exactly what they should be doing. Normally you see them putting down a mill, and the mill will allow the scout to pick up the deer carcasses, which are not decaying. So once they're dead, they keep their full resources forever. As you can see here, 350 out of 350. It's really a great mechanic. I remember in the old Age of Empires, you would just be rushing to harvest whatever you've just killed, and the amount of food slowly decaying. This unit looks great. I mean, the units in this game are amazing. They look fantastic. Really, really good. A big upgrade. It is a little bit silly when you look at the horse from the front. His head rolling around here, and it is a bit shiny. But it is a great update to the models. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. He's just spotted a house from Ruled here, China. And let's just go check out China's view, as it seems they should be jumping up in age here. We see 1 barracks with 2 spears. I'd really like to see a lumber mill here instead of this long distance farming, but it seems like Ruled has the right strategy, at least with the spears and early spear raid. Let's see what he does. I mean, he can't see any of the map just because he hasn't scouted anything. Just as a quick refresher, you can look at the Tang Dynasty or the Chinese, and they have some great bonuses. Basically, in the first dynasty, they have 30% line of sight, which our player Ruled is not optimizing on their scouts. And if they build both of their buildings here in the Tang Dynasty, they get this Zhongnu ability, which fires 3 bolts in quick succession. They're great units, great starter units. I mean, just in the next stage, I mean, it's fantastic, and they get some really good landmarks. The most impressive being this clock tower. This clock tower is what makes this civilization so great, in my opinion. I'm not a professional China player. I play a lot of Delhi Sultanate and a lot of France, OP France. But this landmark is fantastic. It acts as a siege workshop and allows you to produce siege engines with 50% more health, which is awesome. You also get a unit called Nest of Bees, and I don't know how many times I've been annihilated by a Nest of Bees shot, or 3 or 4 nests of bees just raining their missiles on my units. He's garrisoned his scout, which I'm sure is an accident, and is building up a small group of spears for here. Does he have any more queued? No. 1 idle vil. Currently sitting on 20 vils, which is not so bad. Has not gone up into the next age. Let's check out Rus here. Straight into the Golden Gate. Golden Gate, a great landmark. It allows you to sell or trade resources for a beneficial amount. I think a lot of people are using this to trade stone and build the second town center to start pumping out some more vils. But it is limited. You can't just trade an unlimited amount of resources with this landmark. Let's see how this goes. 4 on wood, which is quite traditional. It's a bit of a shame, though, that he hasn't put it down this wooden fortress, which gives them 20% more. The exact is 20% more wood when they return. A great utility piece for the Rus. He is getting his tiers up, though, his bounties. He's already on tier 1, which gives 5% villager food harvest rate. Let's just go to the reveal all section. I mean, the Age of Empires 4 is looking great. Look at these people just going ham for some wood. Going crazy for wood. And the buildings look fantastic. Look at this. And the Golden Gate is up here. Fantastic. What a fantastic looking landmark. 2 houses. Let's go back, zoom all the way out again. We have 7 on gold. Very aggressive stance on gold. I'm curious what that means exactly for our Rus player. If he... Oh, here we go. Stables. It looks like we get the double stables, triple stables, which seems to me quadruple stables. He's going to be... It's obvious now. He's going to be pumping out those early knights. That is an easy call here. I'm unsure how well it's going to do against the spears. We have some very Age 1 spears. This player ruled kind of anticipating the knights. Still doing long distance mining. Maybe you know something I don't know. But I'm not such a big fan of this long distance mining and lumbering. Or what's the correct word for lumbering? Logging? And we have a farm here. I don't know. I've been very surprised with some of these players. Sometimes I'll call a game a bit early saying, you know, this guy is going to be much better than this other one. But it's difficult to tell. Sometimes people surprise you. They'll be doing this, but then they'll be very good with their micro, or they'll be very good at switching their unit compositions to fit who's against who. And right now, I mean, it depends on how many knights we start getting out. Here we go, early knight. Very strong unit. But it's about as good of a trade as you possibly could make against early knight spears. Quite a good decision on Ruled's part. Completely a fluke. You can tell here, still not aging up. Here we go. We get the landmark, the economic landmark on his part. I'm really guessing how he could have known this. You know, I guess it's a very standard Rus strategy to go for those early knights, but he just went straight into spears. Pretty clever of him. So, for those of you guys who don't know what the Imperial Academy is, it basically generates 100% more tax gold for each building in the influence area. So when he's, so you can see here it says 44 gold. I think that should be 88 gold once he has this landmark out. And the mill has 106 gold. Quite impressive. and that should be going up 214. That's an incredible amount of gold if you think about it. No tax collector quite yet, none queued. He does have 3 idle vills, 5 on food, 10 on wood, and 5 on gold. A little bit of a strange composition, but we'll see how it goes. And 1 idle vill here. Let's just go back to the Rus, see what they're doing. We can see a bit. Oh, here we go. Very interesting. He's decided to build his market right next to his, right next to the neutral market, trading. I think he's trading 0 gold. This is a strategy I've never seen before. Maybe he's a little confused, or maybe it's just going so quickly that I can't see. But this is generally not what you're supposed to be doing. For anyone who's new to Age of Empires 4, this neutral market allows you to trade with it if you build a market yourself. You can see here it's trading 0 gold every time. But you want to basically build this as far as possible. A lot of people build their markets kind of in the very corner of the map, as it allows them to bring back huge amounts of resources on. You know, each trade will be 200, 300 gold for each journey. But he's gone ahead. Maybe it's a bit of a confusion. I think in Age of Empires 2 it worked like this, but in Age of Empires 4 it definitely does not. Kind of a shame. All these resources, 75 wood and 75 gold, just gone down the drain. He did build this stable here. A bit strange. I think a lot of people are seeing, are putting down an outpost right here just so they don't get raided. But he went for the stable. Interesting. Let's go back to his base. I almost thought he had walls. You can just see on the mini-map there's these long things here. But they're indeed houses. We can see Krish setting up for... Oh, and a second market. Interesting. I'm very confused what the strategy is. Second market going up. And the wooden fortress giving him that bonus. It's great to see. Once it goes up, you see them bring 10 wood. There should be 20 wood each. Let's see how much he brings in. 12 wood, sorry. So it went from 10 to 12. A nice little boost. And you should be seeing Krish's wood count go up quite a bit. You also see him putting up another wooden fortress just to protect his food source here. No mill yet, though. Very odd. I'm wondering if he'll move his trading guys or his traders to start pathing here. I mean, that would have been much more clever. Let's check out Ruled, see what he's doing. Not much, still long distance mining, still long distance logging. And he has the Imperial Academy up. Still no taxmen. It's amazing to see how much gold you're missing. 128 here. 297 quick gold that he could be getting instantly. 16 from this places here. You can see every time he builds another unit, he gets a bit more gold. I'm unsure exactly how much that is. Maybe it depends on how much it costs to build the unit. I'm not quite sure. But he's getting, I think it was about 10, 11 gold per unit that's constructed from each building. Would really be great to see him bring another taxman out. This construct, this landmark, the Imperial Academy, also has this upgrade, which is unique to the Chinese. Increases the amount of gold carried by Imperial officers from 20 to 40. A great little bonus, especially if you're running around here. Yeah, I mean, would love to see that taxman come out. Would love to see him ungarrison and garrison his scout, but no, he's just loves the long distance mining. Sometimes I wish I could just jump into these games. I'm not saying I'm any better than them, and just you know, shake them up a bit and say, hey, check this out. Maybe you could be doing this a little bit better, because this is fairly obvious. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he has a 10-head strategy I'm not aware of. This might, you know, you heard it here first. This is the new Viper strategy. Logging without the lumber camp. Who knows? I can see here that Krish is now moving his traders back very interesting strategy. I wonder why he did this, but he did. You can see now his traders are bringing it back 45 gold each, which is a big upgrade from the 0 gold originally. But this steady source of income is fantastic. I mean, let's just look at his gold per minute now. 142 gold per minute. He has 0 vils on gold. So he might just be using this as his gold income. 285, 330. Really great, this trading gold here. He should be going up into the next age. I'm very curious to see what his next landmark is going to be. And we have the 4 stables and the 4 archery ranges. For those of you who don't know, Rus have this very special character called the Streltsy, which are basically gunmen. I think they're the best, one of the best units in the game. Also, I'm playing Delhi Sultanate with war elephants who get countered hard by the Streltsy, so I'm a little bit biased, but they get a quick bonus when they're standing still and shooting, and once you mass enough Streltsy, they're almost impossible to counter. You know, you can get a Mangonel. There are ways of countering it, of course, but they're just a very tough unit to go up against. Some more long distance farming. I feel like maybe there's a YouTube video I've missed out on here that's justifying this. But I don't know, maybe it's just a little bit of oversight, but it's making me a bit concerned. Let's check out China. Massed Up ruled, has massed up quite a big army here. We have the horsemen. I'm a little bit unsure of the horsemen's power, I suppose. Horsemen and spearmen, I guess they're hardened spearmen now. He's gotten that upgrade. Just because they are they're really trash, and not in the sense that they're horrible units, but if you have, let's see how many hardened spearmen he has. He has about 14 hardened spearmen up against 10, you know, early knights. They would easily get outmatched. And then these horsemen, I don't know. It's a bit. They're good throwaway units, that's for sure, and they're good harass units. If you had a few of these horsemen go up here and kill off these traders, it would be a huge loss for our friend here, Krish. Yeah, Krish, done with the long-distance food production. It might make sense as the Rus, as they, yeah, I mean, most of their production should come from hunts. You can see here Krish here on a level 2 tier 2 hunt. 10% food, 10% village food harvest rate. Hunting cabins generate an extra 20 generate gold every 24 seconds. A great little, what is going on here? A great little bonus, but we see here that he's bringing up his hunting cabins to put down farms. Not an ideal strategy. Should be putting farms. This would be a great place for a hunting cabin. Let's check it out. This would be a great place. You just want to scatter the hunting cabins around to generate that extra gold. This would be a fantastic place. But yeah, I mean, he could also be one of the big things he's been missing. I can't really see it here, but there's an ability that allows him to pick up the hunt that he's killed over here with his scouts. But he's just managed not to do that, or has not upgraded that, or maybe doesn't know about it. And hoping that these early knights could carry the fight. I mean, these units look great, don't they? I just love the way the Rus units look. Yeah, as someone who plays a lot of France, you expect the knight to be draped in its long armor or chainmail armor. But the Rus just with their kite shields and looking great, you know, I really like those units. Let's check out China again here. I'm guessing they've denied this hunt from the Rus, which is quite clever. And I don't know if there are any other hunts left for the Rus. There's one here. No, this one is dead. There's some wolves. So for anyone who's playing Rus, a great way to get some hunt is by killing wolves. There are 3 wolves here. Great little hunt for him, and a boar. I think that could even boost him up into his next tier. Another wolf and another boar. But yeah, I mean, lots of options for the Rus here to kind of get up ahead. Ruled here, and China has gone up to the Castle Age. Let's check out what he's built. Small little force here. I'm loving the archer lineup, and China looking quite strong. Let us see, where is his age up building? Oh, here we go, the clock tower. And instantly, every China player, a siege workshop and a clock tower. Oh my goodness, this is deadly. This clock tower makes me very sad. Every time I see this, they go instantly. He's going instantly into greased axles. Interesting, and just increasing the speed of their siege units. He's going to be mixing in these nest of bees. I'm just guessing. A great unit, and I'm just hoping we get some good shots off in this game. Yeah, I mean, a good little game we have going on. I think people pushing the boundaries a bit, or pushing their ability up here a bit, and really building units, which I like to see. A good mass of units before the big fight. All knights here for our friend Krish. 13 knights. It takes a long time to mass up knights. Let's just see how long it takes to build. 35 seconds each for each early knight. Let's see, 15 seconds for archers. Let's check out how long it is for spearmen. Spearmen is 15 seconds, so you can build them quite quickly. But again, these knights are just very slow to pump out here. Ruled upgrading his archers to veterans. 15 seconds each production using food and wood. And that is probably why he has so many on wood here doing the long distance production. A nice little Chinese village we have. Great to see. Very peaceful and serene, which I like to see. I would really like to see the age up here. Finally, the age up. We have the Abbey of the Trinity, which allows them to come out with the warrior monks, hopefully snipe some of these idols, which have relics which have been laid here idle. So there's 1 relic, 2 relics, 3 relics, 4 relics, and 5 relics on the field. So really a great opportunity for Krish to boost up his gold. It's really amazing. He's had 0 on gold this whole game, and just been relying on gold from his traders. I mean, let's look at Ruled's gold per minute, or the China player's gold per minute, and he's sitting about the same. He's also long distance mining, but he's only at about 165 gold per minute with how many? 5 villagers. Yeah, I'm unsure what's a better investment. It'd be obvious to me that a better investment would be Vils on gold if he actually built a mine here. But maybe there is something, I don't know. A blacksmith going down. I just want to see him start pumping out clock towers. But nothing yet. The army over here idle. Unsure what his plan is. Maybe he's trying to build a market. Let's just wait and see. Again, no vision from China. Imagine playing a 1v1 and just having 0 information on what's happening on the other side. Is Krish's... Yeah, Krish's vision is much better. I mean, he just saw the edge of the farm here. Didn't go much further than that. But it is quite a bit better. It's easy to say in hindsight, you know, hey, a siege workshop going down here. It's easy to say in hindsight, you know, oh, just go pick up the relics because the other team has no vision. But there's no way of knowing that. An incredible amount of hunting cabins generating 0 gold. Kind of a waste, in my opinion, but it is what it is. No warrior monks, but 4 military barracks. I'm really guessing we're going to see a big turtle, and I don't mind that. I mean, that means big action, big fights in the middle, and a keep going up. I love the keeps. The keeps in this game, it's a bit of a strange situation where keeps in this game, they don't produce any special units like AoE 2. They are basically just big defensive buildings. They have the ability to to learn a skill that puts magma or fire, boiling oil, there you go, which is a great little ability, which makes it much more difficult to siege down castles without siege equipment. I really love this tech here. I know some people don't go for the boiling oil, but I just think it's so you could use it for so much utility. It'd be a little bit of a waste. I love to see when you have basically trebuchets in the back sieging down another keep on the other side, just for the enemy team to come in and then get boiling oil like rain down on them. It's good fun. Is Chris working on anything else? Just massing the knights, the early knights. No upgrade yet to just a regular knight. Very creative. Knight, early knight to knight. Let's check out China here. Not doing much else. He's upgraded his archers to veteran archers. Not a big enough mass just quite yet. And he has veteran horsemen and veteran hardened spearmen. Not a bad little army he has here. I'm unsure who would win. I'm guessing Ruled, the Chinese player, would come out slightly better in a one-on-one battle just because he's gotten all those upgrades. No blacksmith upgrades as of yet, I believe. Let's check it out. Yeah, he's going for his first ones. You know, the melee armor and the ranged armor, which are two great upgrades here. Nothing coming out of the clock tower. I think that's a bit strange, but it is his own choice. Finally, a mining camp without upgrades. No lumber mill though, very sad. And he is upgrading the fertilization, up to getting fertilization here for his villagers farming. One very big aspect that some people, or at least I, overlooked in my last cast, and I wasn't watching, were the number of vills. So let's check out that on economy. He has 39 villagers. Ruled China has 39 villagers working on economy, which is great. 37 in military. Now let's check out Krish. Rus, he has 39. Very similar numbers, and 30... Oh, sorry, this is the same. Oh, my bad. He has 88 on economy and 14 in military. That is a huge difference. That is a giant difference. Even if you're long-distance farming, long-distance mining, it doesn't even matter. If you have the econ, you know, you're probably going to come out on top. I mean, it's a bit of a extreme statement to say, but the last games we were basically casting. The game came down to who had the most villagers, who could replenish their armies faster. And for Rus, it's looking quite good. Fortified walls coming up. Fortified palisade walls, 3,000 health each, which is a great little... I mean, they're great, they're quick to build. But if you're playing against some, I mean, they're basically just a quick way to slow down the enemy because the enemy will get through these palisade walls. I wonder if this is walled here, or I just can't see it. But it's a bit of a... Maybe this is just something that's been overlooked, or maybe it's a glitch in the game. There's a little bit of an open spot in the walls. I really wonder who would win. I mean, 13 knights, none of them upgraded. Let's see if they have any blacksmith upgrades. They should have some. Where's the blacksmith here? Oof, it's hard to find all of the units. Here we go. Blacksmith upgrades. Yeah, he does have some blacksmiths. He's decarbonization, melee damage, and insulated. And he has the first tech of armor for 1 point of armor, and he's on the move now. It's great with his 13 knights versus 36 Chinese units. A good mix. This is what I call a healthy mix. These archers doing very little damage against the knights, I'm guessing. But he is missing that little upgrade. We have both of the upgrades here for the Chinese, which is great to see armor upgrades. Now I mean, not much is going on here. The Rus players should be aging up. I would really like to see some warrior monks, but none are coming out to take those relics that are just sitting there open on the field. And the Great Wall of Rus being placed down here to stop any sort of raiding and just letting the Rus player boom. Again, I mean, Rus is just going crazy with these 866 gold per minute. And this is another great example of the difference between Vil counts and the mix-up. You know, why it's so important to have Vils. I mean, he's sitting at 44 Vils now. He should just be pumping up those Vil numbers. I mean, we could just see here how huge of a difference the economy is, or the base sizes are for each group of players. It's very interesting. We've upgraded early knights to knights, also looking fantastic. Still 13 of them. I think he's getting all the upgrades before he starts massing his knights. Let's just see. A little bit of lull here, so let's speed it up a little bit, ×2 or ×4, see if anything interesting happens. We'll have to slow it down. We see crossbows coming up for Krish. Here we go, triple crossbow. And let's check out China ruled. He should be going age 3, but he is not. Still with the same military. Just Krish just sitting back. I don't know if he's eating dinner or what he's doing, but it's really he's really just chilling back. He's happy with what he has here. Massing some more military on the outskirts. Great. I love this mixing crossbows with archers, or not crossbows with archers, but crossbows with knights. I mean, really a big disadvantage for knights are those crossbows that are not here on the field. But it's great to have some of your own. I really like that. I mean, look at this. Krish with 12,000 food. This guy is like the food mastermind. He's just like, he's going and he's farming up every single resource on the field here. Look at this. Look at these numbers. This is the epitome of inefficiency, macro inefficiency. You sit there with 14,000 food, doing nothing with your army, just building up. I mean, come on guys, let's go. Let's fight. The high armory coming out, which decreases the cost of siege engines in nearby siege workshops by 20%. We have the Chinese going for stone here, but no keep just quite yet. Maybe he'll go for big walls. I'm not quite sure. And his army is slowly piling up with veteran horsemen. And yeah, we should be going to... Yes, there we go. We've aged up here with Krish. I mean, I think Krish really kind of has this in the bag here, but let's just wait and see. I think there's going to be very difficult for him to lose this game. So, another monastery. He's standing next to the relic, but hasn't picked it up yet. And have we gone age 3? No, a monastery for the Chinese ruled. So if anyone ever guesses, you know, should I be... Oh, what is this? We get the wonder going up. Just when I thought things were going to be tough, the wonder goes up right away for China. Interesting. Interesting play here. Maybe this is something I've missed this whole time, but we should see the army start moving out. No, nothing yet. I'm just waiting for Rus to react. I mean, come on, man. The wonder's up. You have 20,000 food, 16,000 wood, man. Oh, could have built a wonder on his own. He's building up some siege, mangonels, and trebuchet. And some defensive... or I guess this is now his defensive military here, which I think should quite easily be outmaneuvered. And here we go with the move from Rus. I'm going to slow things down again as we see the first charge. They have 28 knights, which is fantastic. They should be fully upgraded. Archers, we have the Streltsky right here. Great units, as I mentioned before, and some siege. I'm guessing this might be just like a push to end this quickly. I'm gonna find it a little bit hard, you know. Has not taken advantage. Rule does not take advantage of the clock tower building at all, which is his greatest benefit. But unfortunately sits there idle. Just a quick look at the econ. I mean, 49 and 66. And for Krish, he has 115 and 55. Just a huge difference in econ. Building the stables here to pump out more knights in case he gets wiped. I think he should be fine. I mean, he's near pop cap. Just the just the quality of value of difference in value between the units is humongous. He's hidden here in these sneak attack bushes. I love this addition to the game. Just adds another level of complexity. Just reducing the sight from the other player. Whenever I see this, I get a bit frustrated. So I'm like, hey, look, come on. Look at this. The army's tiny. You can just go wipe this out. But, you know, the map reveal is a different story. I wonder if this was Ruled's plan all along. Oh, here we go. The full army. He went, hey, this is, oh, and he's moving the army the other way. Oh, no, I thought he was going to go around and attack, but he was maybe he was thinking, I'm just going to build a wonder and try and win here. And turtle up as much as possible. We still have the Imperial Palace. Very interesting building here. And he is he in the Tang Dynasty? No, I think. Does he? He has the Imperial Palace and Clock Tower. Does he have the Barbican of the Sun in the Imperial Academy? I think he's missing the Barbican of the Sun. But he does have the Imperial Academy. Let's see. No. Yeah, so he's missing one building. Oh no, he has a Spirit Way. Oh, let's see if you spotted him. Oh, there we go. The initial warning. They're in the neighborhood. And off go the knights. Let's check it out. Some warrior monks. He's just sending a small contingent of his force. Just check it out. And there's the big clash. There it is. It's looking really tough. And the mangonels. Oh, the trebuchets firing against the Chinese. Oh, and that's loud. Look at this. Who's going to come out on top? It's tough to say. It's tough to say. I really think Rus should be coming out here. He has some units in the back not firing. It looks as though Rus is slowly pushing back the advance of the Chinese. Let us just see. I mean, he should be adding troops here. Rus are definitely coming out on top. Imagine just a Chinese player with how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 trebuchets just firing down on, raining their boulders down on your head. I mean, that would be absolutely terrifying. Oh, there's no coming back from this. Just a sad archer just getting absolutely blown up here. What an interesting engagement. I mean, there's no way for... He's just upgraded his knights to elite knights. And unfortunately, I think that's going to be GG for China just because he hasn't econed up enough and is not producing those units. I mean, he's just gone AFK and I think he's probably going to be calling the game here. It is just such a interesting sight to see. I mean, it's interesting to see the level of gameplay. I mean, for anyone who is worried about... we're going to speed this up here. If anyone was worried about, you know, am I good enough to do player versus player matchmaking? I mean, the answer is yes. You know, there's a lot of people who are new at the game trying to figure things out. And here we go, Chris just going through the buildings one by one. No army being built up by Ruled. Oh, and we do have a small army of Fire Lancers. Interesting. All getting just annihilated. And we have a keep and the Imperial Palace, but it doesn't matter. The Enclave of the Emperor is just getting burnt down. That is just going to be, I think that's going to be GG. There's no way to come back from this one. The very annoying part of playing against China is that they have so many landmarks to destroy. I mean, 1, 2, there's 3, 4 landmarks to destroy, and 5, I think. Did I already count this? But just so many landmarks to go through. I mean, if I was China, I'd just go hide a bunch of landmarks everywhere. Just to annoy my teammate. But these trebuchets really coming in, doing work here, and that's just going to be once he gets this down. And then the clock tower is just game over. There we go. GG is called. Congratulations. I mean, Chris did a great job booming up as fast as possible, and China, a lot to work on, but I think overall, decent gameplay from a guy who's probably just started the game. I mean, you can go through the numbers here. You're going to see a huge difference in score from Krish all the way from the beginning, and a lot of that is from villager count and econ, just building up his economy as much as possible, just to absolutely annihilate his teammate here. That was very dominant gameplay from Krish, our Rus player. Great job. Our total resources count, huge difference here. Military count, not very important. Krish had a very good beginning. If he used those spears in age 2 or before age 2, he could have really done a bit of damage and maybe salvaged this game, but he just did not. Villager count is the big one. I mean, we just talked about this a lot. Oh, almost at 100 vills. Krish here, Rus, doing a fantastic job. Maybe almost making too many vills. I'm not quite sure. But Rule just sitting around that 50 mark, not really booming up, not really econing. It's a bit of a shame, but that's just how it is. And the total unit count, I mean, he was almost pop capped. Really great game overall, guys. Thanks so much for watching Random Cast, and hopefully I'll have some more for you guys in the future.